Okay, so as promised last time that I would try to like summarize the functions used in the cell collaborative filtering user base. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna go one by one via the cells, but I don't know if I'm gonna have like a PDF since I'm gonna be writing in it in here anyway. So let's just try doing it now. The first function that I want to talk about, oops, just close. The first function that I want to talk about is here. This is the index function. Okay, so let me just write down the index function. So if you type equal index, what you want to put in here first, this is gonna be the matrix. So this is the matrix. So in this case, the matrix that you are looking for is this matrix right here. This is from D8 up until I14. So you input the matrix here and then comma. You need to put in 3 things when you use index. The first thing is the matrix. The second thing, this is the row column, row number. And this is the column number. Okay, so when you put in the matrix, the row number is the row with the name Lana. And the column number is the column number 1. So we specify the column number in row D, in row 15 here. So let me just delete this. So this is the column number that I put in. So this is column number D15 is column number 1, column number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to put the value from this table. Just copy the value from this table whose row is Lana and column 1. Okay, this is for this first C16 cell right here. So you want to put the row number here. Oops. And the column number here. The row number is going to be let's just do the column number first. In here, the column number is just D15, so you put D15 in here. For the row number, the function match, M-A-T-C-H. If you match, you need to tell the match what you are looking for, and you want to match it to the vector. So you just put in a list. So in this case, you want to match C16, and C16 is Lana. So you want to find Lana from this list. Lana is the first one. So you want to find Lana from this list. This list is actually C8 to C14 right here. So you are looking from C8 to C14 and see which number Lana is listed at. Lana is number 1, George 2, Manuel 3, Charles 4, Noel 5, James 6, and Teresa is 7. So Lana is number 1. Using the match function, this is gonna find find the index in this matrix right here, given row number 1 and column number 1. So in this case, using this index function, this is going to give 2.5. Okay. Similar, let me just do it again. Clear our drawing. In the second column, okay, in here, this is gonna find the index of the entire table. So you just put the entire table. You wanna match Lana, which is C16 from this list. this list right here, you always put 0 here. So, oops, it's kind of like, okay, so in our class, you always put 0, always put 0 for the match function because you want to find the exact match. So you want to match Lana to this list. This is going to give you the number 1. Match will give the order match. This is going to give order that you want to match. So Lana is listed as the first one. So match will give 1 and then from this list, and then the column number is just E15, which is 2. So you want the index of the matrix of the entire table. And then the row number, this is row number 1 because you match Lana as Lana come up as the first one. And the column number is 2. So using this function right here, this is going to pull up 3.5, which is row number 1 and column number 2, okay? So this is how you use index. Index is gonna give you the value from the table that you are looking for by specifying the row number and the column number, okay? In the gray area, the if clause is checking for the condition. So in order to use the if clause here, so if something is true, this is checking condition. So check condition, check. And then if it's true, then you put in the number. Put in anything. If the condition is true. But if it's false, then you want to put in just like the underscore, you know. So this is what you put if the condition is false. Okay, so here you check the condition that you're checking is listed here. You want to count if these two numbers, 2.5 and 0, if these two numbers are both of them are greater than 0, so that means if these two numbers greater than 0 equal to 2, so if that means if the value in D15 is greater than 2 and the value in D17 is greater than 2, then you want to put the value in D16. This is the rating for Lana. So just want to copy the rating for Lana into D18 if, you know, both of these are greater than 0. Otherwise, if both of these are not greater than 0, you just want to put underscore because you want to make sure that you just pick the ones or the movies that have been watched by both Lana and Teresa, okay? So this is checking the if clause. This cell in the 18 is similar to the 19, except that in the 19 you just want to pull out the value of rating for Teresa instead of Lana. So instead of the 16 in the above line, in the 16 in the 18, you just want to pull out the 17, which is the rating for Teresa. If both of them have watched the movie together. So if both of them has the rating greater than 0, then you put in the rating. Otherwise, you just put in underscore to show yourself that you know, you're not gonna care about these movies because these two people do not watch the same movie together. Okay, not together, but these two people haven't watched the same movie. Okay, so this is about using the if clause. Let me just clear the screen. Now, next, let me just close this one, sorry. We can do, I've shown you how to create the, actually, I have shown you how to create these this correlation table. So I'm just gonna, you know, not talk about it. Now I wanna talk about, this this area right here where I use, you know, the book use some of the functions that you might not get used to. Like here, the VLOOKUP function. Okay, let me just talk about the VLOOKUP function. Let's just use the annotator. Okay, so for the VLOOKUP, when you use equal VLOOKUP, this is going to look up the value for the value that you specify in the first column. So if you use VLOOKUP, the first thing that you want to put in is, this is what you want to look up for. To look up for. And next thing you want to put in the table of data. And then you want to put in the column number. And finally, the fourth thing that you need to put in is false. Always put false here, okay? So you need 4 things in VLOOKUP. So this is 1, 2, column number 8, and false. Okay, so the first thing that you put in is that you want to look up the value N34, and this is meaning that you want to look up the name Lana in the table. Okay, and you want to look up the value in column number 8 and put it here. So if you go back to the table that you want to look up for, the table is C8 to I14. So this is the original data. So let's go to C8. So this is the table that you want to look up for. Let me just clear everything. Okay, let me just clear everything. I'll try. See if I can, oh, sorry. Come on, clear. Yeah, okay. So this is the table C8 to I14 that you put in, or maybe J, I forgot, J14. This is column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the table that you want is C8 to J14. And so VLOOKUP is gonna search for Lana in the first table, in the first column. So, all right, Lana is here, and it's gonna look for column number 8. Okay, so which value in column number 8 that has the same row as Lana? So it's 3.00. So by using the VLOOKUP there, if you go back, you can see that in this cell right here, oops, sorry. In the cell right here, down here. Oops. In the cell down here, in this cell. Using this VLOOKUP, looking for Lana in the table in column number 8, this is gonna give you 3.00. So let's see if it's 3.00. Just clear the annotator first. Okay, so if you take a look at this, you enter, and it's 3.00. Same here. You want to look up, in here, you want to look up for manual from the table in column number 8. So this is gonna give you, if you take a look in the table, okay. So manual is here, column number 8 is 3.25. So using VLOOKUP, you're gonna get 3.25. Let's clear those in this function right here. So this is giving you 3.25. When you do index function, again, this is gonna pull up the value from a table. But again, as mentioned earlier, using the index function you need a table. For using the index, you need a table like this, and you need the name, the column. You need to put in the row number, sorry, and you also need to put in the column number. And using the index, this is column number, and this is the row number. Using the index is gonna pull up the value inside this table by specifying the row and the column number. So let's just see. In this cell right here, you wanna find index of the table is I-24 to O-30. So I think the table is this one. This correlation table right here. So I-24 is starting from 1.000. So this is the first value in the table that you need to put in, and up until O30, which is here 1.000. So you want to look up this table right here, want to find the value in this table, and then you specify the row number and the column number. The row number that you want, let me just clear this up. Okay. So the row number that you want, let me just highlight it. This is the row number that you want. You want the row number of the name George, because I-34 here, this is George, I believe. So if you go back, I-34 is Lana. All right, so you want to find the similarity of the first person first. The first person is Lana. So you find, you find in the table, you want to find Lana. Oops. You want to find Lana from this table for the row number. So you want this row number, Lana. And then for the column number is George. So if you want to find George, by specifying that you want to find George, George is here. You want to match N35, and N35 is now George here. This is N35. You want to match George from the list between, you can put the list between N34 to N40. You can use this list, or you can use the list from I-23 to O-23, which is the same thing. It's just the list of the name. So just clear it up. So you can use the list here. This is the list that you can use. Same thing. It's from Lana, George, Manuel, Charles, James. So you want to find the row number and the column number for the similarity between George and Lana in this cell. So by doing this, this is gonna pull up the value in the correlation table between Lana and George. So this is gonna pull up 0.398. So if you go back to the cell and if I click enter, you're gonna get 0.398 here. see. So here, this is 0.398 by using the index function. Movie rating, again, you also need the index function by specifying the table, the row number, and the column number for the movie of interest. So in this case, I think the column number for the movie is the other. So you just want to pull up the rating for all the moviegoers for the movie the other. Okay, always put in 0 here. So you always put in 0 here because you want to find the exact match. So always just put in 0 for the match. Okay. So this is the index function. We've used it 3 times, I think, in this Excel sheet. For the adjustment, you just want to check for the condition. The first condition is that if the names here are not N35, so this if the person of interest is not the person in the list is not Lana, then you're not gonna do anything and you're just gonna put 0. But if the person in the list is Lana and Lana have watched the movie the other, then you're just gonna find the subtract between the two. This is by the formula in the textbook about finding the rating for user base. So here, let me just write down again. So if, so this is if, and you want to check for condition. And then if the condition is true, put the value if it's true. But if it's false, then you want to put 0. So this is basically this if clause right here. For checking the condition, however, you want to check 2 things. You want N35 to not be the same as I34. So I was wrong a little bit. You want to check if these people are not Lana. So if these people are not Lana, and if they have watched the other, Q35 is greater than 0, meaning that they have watched the movie the other. If that's the case, then you find the subtraction between the rating of the other and the mean rating. But if it's not, then if one of these is not true, if these 2 conditions, one of them is not true, you just put in 0. So this is what the cell is doing. Okay. Finally, the absolute value is the same. As mentioned earlier, you just check about the same thing. If this person is not Lana, and if that person, George, has watched the movie, meaning that the rating is not 0, so greater than 0, then you want to find the absolute value of P35. If not, then you just want to put in 0. This case, however, somebody asked me about the absolute value. So the absolute value of A, the absolute value of 10 is just 10. The absolute value of minus 10 is also 10. You know, absolute value is just the positive number. Absolute value of 0 is just 0. Okay, so this is it about the formulas that we've used in the cell. If you have any other question, please do not hesitate to let me know. Okay.